I'm Theophilus Java, originally from Ghana, and I started learning English from kindergarten because Ghana we use English to teach in our various schools. Yeah. Though currently they are trying to change it a little bit. They want us to use our local language, but during my time we were using the English, and it took me close to like 6 years to be able to like speak English a little bit, like not that fluent, but I understood like English. Like,
Was a lot of your instruction in your schooling in English, or was it just like an English class?
most of our classes was being conducted in English. Yeah,
How old were you when you began learning English?
6 years.
When you came to the United States, did you face any kind of criticism? Like, did you see any difference from the way people looked at you or treated you?
Yeah, when I came, I don't know, should I say it was a cultural shock? Because at least like if you walk in, everybody will be looking at you. I'm like, and most people think, oh, you are here, like you're a Black American, you get it. But the moment you speak before, they'll be like, oh, where are you originally from? Yeah, the accent made like the difference.
Did you? How old were you when you first moved here?
Uh this is my ninth month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
months.
yeah,
Wow.
this is my ninth month.
And have you only lived in Las Cruces?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you come over here? Have you applied for school and you found this school, or?
Uh, I have a friend in El Paso, UTEP. So when I was applying for schools, he was the one who recommended NMSU to me, and
The rival school.
yeah,
Perfect fit,
yeah, I guess so.
So in the time that you lived here, have you adapted pretty easy, and has it got easier for you to?
Should I say during my first month in Las Cruces, it wasn't that easy. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
But because most of the words are quite different, like from what I knew. You get it? At times you say something and everybody will be looking at you, and I'm like, why? Is it that they don't understand my accent or they don't understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You get it? But with time, I'm learning like the jargons and the words
Uh-huh.
they use here. Because like back in my country, we say petrol instead of gas.
Oh, okay. Like
You
petroleum.
get it? Yeah. And trousers and
Is it a pen?
shirts and stuff, you say pants, we don't say those things. So at times you tend to speak, and those like they serve as a stumbling block for people to understand what they are trying to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was a little bit of a challenge, but with time, I'm trying like I've been able to adapt a little bit.
Has it been a challenge? Because there's a lot of Mexican Americans here. Have you noticed that, like their accent, or has that been challenging at
Yeah,
all?
yeah, yeah. When I came, it was very difficult for me to understand their accent.
Yeah.
It was very difficult for them to also understand my accent because like the American English like accent I knew wasn't what I came to experience here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I know it was a bit of a challenge for
Just
me.
such a large population.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Extra help. Uh, should I say? I don't think I seeked any extra like help from people, but the more you work with people originally from here, and the more you communicate with them, you tend to learn certain things. Do you get it? Because if I'm to work with the people I came with, I don't think I'll be able to learn anything. So I always try my best to like befriend other like people from like different places. Yeah, and especially because I'm in Las Cruces, I have to like have friends who have lived here because right now I'm here. so I have to adapt to the system here.
Right.
So yeah, that's the way I used in like learning a whole lot of things, like the way to speak for them to understand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue living in Las Cruces in the future, or what are your goals?
Ye-
Maybe.
Uh,
What do you plan on doing?
yeah, I know, but I'm planning on going back.
Back home.
Yeah, but so far as I'm in US, I would love to stay in Las Cruces. Because
Do any of your family members or anything like that, or any of them know English?
yeah,
Yeah.
my mom understands English and all my siblings understand English.
Do you speak to them in English, or do you speak in
No,
your native language?
we speak in the native language.
Right.
So that was a challenge for us back home because we weren't using the English language when you are in the house.
Yeah.
We only speak English when you are in class. Out of class, we don't speak English again.
Mm-hmm.
Like from my elementary school to college years, in class we speak English, but out of class we don't speak English again. So that was the challenge we had. Like that's the main reason why we are not that fluent in English. You get it? Because it wasn't used more often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you noticed a difference because there's academic language and then there's conversational language? So was your English more academic than conversational?
Yeah, it was more academic than
So
conversational.
sometimes if you want to hold a conversation, do you feel that there's a difference there, or do you feel like
Here,
that? Just like in any conversation, would you say
are you talking of here or back home?
either or? I guess both.
Back home, it was very difficult for me to just speak English, like just speak English, like the way I'm speaking to you.
Right.
I would have preferred to speak in my native language than in English.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it was a little bit of a challenge to like just chat with friends in English. It was more of academic. So the people always used to tease us that our English was only like on paper.
Okay.
In class, you'll be able to write good English. Do you get it? But when you are speaking to your friends or stuff, you wouldn't be that fluent.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find it easier to learn English while interacting with people instead of learning it through like text and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's easier to learn English through the interaction you have with like other English speaking like
Mm-hmm.
natives. That I think that's the simplest way of learning English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you stick to the books, you might not be that fluent. Do you get it? And I think you'll be doing more harm than good to yourself when your English is only like academic English. Because at the end of the day, you have to communicate with people to get things done.
Right.
Do you get it? So it's very good when you learn English through the interaction you have with
Mm-hmm.
other English speaking like natives.
And have you gone somewhere else other than Las Cruces, or have you experienced people that have maybe different accents?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Uh, the only challenge I had was other like speaking with other Black Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Their accent and the way they speak English is way different.
Mm-hmm.
It's way different. So some speak very good English, you get it, but
Right.
most of them, I know their accent is a little bit different, and it's very difficult for me to get it. So unless like I study their lips before I understand what they are trying to mean. Yeah, and should I say I spoke to one person from Oklahoma,
Okay.
and it was also extremely difficult for me to understand the
Yeah.
person. Yeah, and some of the people in Texas too, their accent is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those in the East Coast, I think their accent is quite cool.
I think so. Mm-hmm.
And I know, I think the community you grow up in also like determines the way you speak in US,
Okay.
especially. Yeah. The community have influence on us a lot. And I was talking to someone, the person was like, but then it means I'll be speaking like if I'm to learn the accent here, then it means I'll be speaking like someone from like like a Hispanic girl. Do you get it?
Right.
My accent will be like a Hispanic. uh,
All right. Well, that's all we got.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.